Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dialoguing English podcast.
The podcast where real conversations help you learn English in a natural, relaxed, and practical way.
Here, we believe that language learning should feel like a conversation between friends.
Not like a stressful exam.
Exactly.
So wherever you're listening from today, maybe at home, walking outside, studying, or commuting, we're really glad you're here with us.
Take a deep breath. Relax your mind for a moment and enjoy today's conversation.
Because today, we're talking about something extremely common for English learners.
Feeling nervous when speaking English.
That moment when you want to speak,
But suddenly, your brain freezes.
your vocabulary disappears,
Your grammar gets confused.
and the sentence you planned in your head suddenly feels impossible to say.
I think almost every language learner has experienced that moment.
Absolutely.
Even very advanced learners.
And sometimes even native speakers experience something similar.
That's true.
Public speaking, presentations, interviews.
Those situations make people nervous in any language.
But when you add a second language to the situation.
The pressure can feel much stronger.
Sophia, do you remember the first time you tried speaking a foreign language with someone?
Oh, yes, very clearly.
How did it feel?
Honestly,
Always.
it felt terrifying.
Really?
Yes, I remember preparing sentences in my head for several minutes before speaking.
That's very relatable.
I was constantly thinking about grammar rules.
Past tense, present tense, pronunciation.
Exactly.
And when you think too much about grammar during a conversation,
The conversation becomes much harder.
because real conversation is fast.
Very fast.
People don't pause for 5 seconds while you analyze sentence structure.
Unfortunately not.
So learners feel pressure to respond quickly.
And that pressure creates anxiety.
Let's talk about something interesting that happens in the brain.
All right?
When we feel nervous, our brain goes into a kind of alert mode.
Yes.
Our body thinks something important is happening.
Sometimes even something dangerous.
Exactly. But in reality, the situation is usually very simple.
Just a conversation,
Maybe someone asking a question,
or maybe someone you just met at an event.
and people want to say a simple sentence.
But suddenly, you can't remember one word.
Just one word.
And that small problem suddenly stops the whole sentence.
Your brain starts searching for the word.
But the longer you search,
The more nervous you feel,
and the more nervous you feel,
the harder it becomes to remember the word.
it's a very frustrating cycle.
Another big reason learners feel nervous is the fear of making mistakes.
Yes, that's a huge one.
Many people think they must speak perfectly
But that expectation creates unnecessary pressure.
because perfection is unrealistic.
Even native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time.
Not even close.
Sometimes we forget words.
Sometimes we start a sentence and change it in the middle.
Sometimes we repeat ourselves.
Sometimes we use the wrong word and correct it.
That's completely normal communication.
Real conversation is messy,
But it's also natural and flexible.
and people are usually very understanding.
Here's something interesting that many learners don't realize.
What's that?
Native speakers are usually impressed when someone speaks their language,
Yes, that's very true.
even if the grammar isn't perfect.
Even if the pronunciation isn't perfect.
Because learning another language requires effort.
And courage.
It means someone invested time and energy.
So most people respect that effort.
Exactly.
Small moments of progress.
I think language learning is built on many small moments.
Yes, not one big moment.
A small conversation.
A small question.
A simple answer.
Maybe ordering coffee.
Or asking for directions.
Or introducing yourself to someone new.
Each small interaction builds confidence.
Slowly but consistently.
And over time, those small moments become something bigger, comfort,
Confidence.
and eventually fluency. Let's imagine a real situation many learners experience.
All right.
You're at a cafe.
Already a comfortable place.
Yes, but this time, the person taking your order speaks only English.
And suddenly the cafe feels less comfortable.
Exactly.
Your mind starts reviewing possible sentences.
Hello? I'd like a coffee.
That sounds simple enough.
But then the employee asks a question you didn't expect.
What size would you like?
Or maybe,
Would you like that for here or to go?
and suddenly the conversation becomes more complicated.
Your brain tries to process the question,
But at the same time, you're feeling nervous.
And when nervousness appears,
Processing language becomes slower.
that moment of silence can feel uncomfortable.
But here's something important.
Most native speakers are very patient in these situations,
Yes,
especially in everyday environments like cafes, stores, or restaurants,
because they interact with many people every day.
including tourists and learners.
Sometimes learners think they need complicated sentences.
But simple sentences are often better,
Short
clear.
and natural.
For example, if you don't understand something, you can say,
Sorry, could you repeat that?
or another useful one.
Could you say that again, please?
These sentences are extremely common.
And very polite.
Even native speakers say them frequently.
Because misunderstandings happen in every language.
I remember a funny moment when I was learning another language.
What happened?
I tried to order food in a small restaurant.
That's always an adventure.
I practiced my sentence in my head for several minutes,
Preparation is good.
so I walked confidently to the counter,
Confidence is good too.
and I said my sentence perfectly.
That sounds promising.
The employee smiled,
Good sign.
then responded with a long question I didn't understand.
Oh no.
My brain completely froze.
Total silence?
Yes.
What did you do?
I smiled awkwardly and said the only thing I could remember.
Which was...
Yes. The problem was I had no idea what I said yes to.
That's a dangerous strategy.
Very dangerous.
What happened next?
They brought me something completely different from what I ordered.
Oh no.
But honestly, it turned into a great experience
Why?
because everyone laughed,
Even you?
especially me.
That's actually a beautiful lesson.
Language learning includes funny mistakes.
And those moments often become the best memories. Many learners fear embarrassment.
Yes, that fear can be very strong.
But embarrassment usually lasts only a few seconds.
Maybe a minute.
Then life continues.
People move on quickly.
Most of the time, the other person forgets the moment almost immediately,
But learners sometimes remember it for weeks,
or even months,
which is unnecessary,
because mistakes are part of learning.
not evidence of failure.
There's a moment every language learner eventually experiences.
What moment?
The moment when you realize something surprising.
Which is,
You're actually having a conversation.
without translating every word,
Without panic.
without overthinking grammar,
Just speaking.
just listening,
Just interacting naturally.
just interacting naturally,
That moment feels amazing.
because it shows real progress,
And that progress usually comes slowly.
conversation by conversation.
Interaction by interaction.
I think one mental shift helps learners a lot.
What kind of shift?
Instead of thinking,
I must speak perfectly.
try thinking,
I just need to communicate.
communication is the real goal.
Not perfection.
If someone understands your idea,
You succeeded.
even if the sentence wasn't perfect,
Meaning matters more than perfection.
practice also changes everything.
Yes.
The more you speak,
The less scary speaking becomes.
at first, conversations feel intense.
Your heart beats faster.
Your thoughts move quickly.
But after many conversations,
Your brain adapts,
speaking becomes more automatic.
like driving a car.
At first, driving feels complicated.
You think about every movement.
But after practice,
You drive naturally.
language works in a similar way.
Another important factor is listening.
Listening is extremely powerful.
When you hear English frequently,
Your brain becomes familiar with patterns,
expressions,
pronunciation.
and rhythm,
Then, when you speak,
those patterns appear naturally.
which reduces stress.
Let's speak directly to the listener for a moment.
Good idea.
If you feel nervous speaking English,
You're not alone.
millions of learners feel the same way.
Every single day.
The nervousness you feel is not weakness,
It's part of the learning journey.
and every conversation you attempt,
Is an act of courage.
That courage builds confidence over time.
You know, James, there's something interesting about fear when learning a language.
What do you mean?
The fear often feels huge before the conversation begins.
Yes, anticipation can be powerful.
Your mind starts imagining every possible mistake,
Every possible awkward silence.
every moment where you might not understand something.
But when the conversation actually starts,
Something surprising usually happens.
the fear becomes smaller
Exactly.
because reality is almost always easier than imagination,
Our imagination tends to exaggerate problems.
especially social problems
We imagine people judging us harshly
or losing patience.
or thinking we're not intelligent.
But in reality, most people are far more understanding than we expect.
I remember talking to a student once.
What did they say?
They told me about the first time they had a full conversation in English.
That must have been an important moment.
Very important.
Where did it happen?
At a small bookstore while traveling.
That sounds like a nice environment for conversation.
Yes, they asked the store employee for a book recommendation.
Already a brave step,
The employee started explaining different books.
and the student understood?
Not every word,
That's normal,
but enough to continue the conversation.
which is the real goal.
Exactly. Communication doesn't require perfect understanding.
Just enough shared meaning. So what happened next?
The conversation lasted about 10 minutes.
That's impressive.
And when it finished, let me guess.
They felt incredibly proud.
Of course.
Not because the English was perfect,
But because they realized something powerful.
they were capable. There's a moment in language learning when something changes.
Yes, and it's difficult to explain until you experience it.
English stops being just a subject you study,
And starts becoming a tool you use.
a tool for real life,
For conversations,
for friendships,
for opportunities.
for understanding different perspectives.
That transformation is very powerful. Sometimes learners underestimate small victories.
But small victories are actually huge.
For example,
Understanding a joke in English,
ordering food confidently,
asking for directions.
making small talk with someone new,
These moments might seem ordinary.
but they represent real progress.
Language learning grows through accumulation,
Hundreds of small successes.
not one dramatic breakthrough.
There's also something beautiful about imperfect conversations.
I agree.
They reveal humanity.
Yes.
When people speak imperfectly, they show vulnerability.
And vulnerability creates connection,
Sometimes two people communicate perfectly
even when their grammar isn't perfect.
because they're genuinely trying to understand each other.
That effort matters more than flawless language.
Patience is also essential.
Learning a language takes time,
Sometimes learners feel frustrated,
especially when progress feels slow.
but progress is happening even when you don't notice it.
Your brain is constantly building connections.
Words become more familiar.
Sounds become easier to recognize.
Sentences start forming naturally,
It's a gradual process.
but a powerful one. Let's talk to listeners who might feel stuck right now.
Good idea,
Maybe you've been studying English for a long time.
but still feel nervous speaking.
Maybe you understand more than you can express,
That situation is extremely common.
and completely normal.
Language production usually develops after comprehension,
Your brain needs time to organize everything.
but one day something shifts.
Suddenly, speaking feels easier,
Not perfect,
but easier.
and that moment is very rewarding,
Confidence grows through exposure,
meaning more interaction,
more listening,
more speaking,
even if those conversations are short.
even if they feel uncomfortable at first.
Every attempt builds experience.
And experience builds confidence.
You know what I find inspiring?
What?
Every person listening to this podcast right now is already doing something brave,
Learning another language.
opening their mind to another culture.
expanding their ability to communicate,
That takes dedication.
and courage.
So, if speaking English sometimes feels scary,
Remember this,
fear is often a sign that you're growing.
that you are moving beyond your comfort zone.
And growth always happens outside comfort zones. So, the next time you feel nervous before speaking English,
Take a deep breath.
remember that mistakes are normal.
Remember that communication is the real goal.
And remember that every conversation helps you improve,
Even imperfect ones,
especially imperfect ones.
because those are the conversations where real learning happens.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
We hope this episode helped you feel more confident about speaking English,
Even when it feels a little scary,
because courage grows with practice.
and confidence grows with experience.
We'll see you in the next episode of
Dialoguing English.
Where English is not just studied.
It's lived.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.